Hello, everyone. We got a returning guest. We got one of the biggest, most nicknames in the class of 2027 in the state of Minnesota. You can call her Dynamo. You can call her three-time state champ. You can call her an AAU Miss Clutch. Or you can call her Emma Millerbernd. Welcome, welcome.
Hi.
So we're doing this. So someone was at a Timberwolves game when we were doing the championship series with her teammates. So we have to find a way to let her celebrate the three-peat. So welcome, welcome. How
Thank
about
you.
Timberwolves won the game you went to, though, correct?
Yes,
Okay, that's the most important thing. We want to make sure they
exactly.
won the game. So you've had a pretty big year.
Hmm.
Winning the third straight championship. We'll get into all about that game. AAU playing up a grade for most of the summer. Coming into where now you have the target on your back for a four-peat. Let's go all the way back to last year.
Hmm.
What was it like knowing after back-to-back champion, knowing that everyone was gunning for Providence, gunning for you guys, and it was going to get harder and harder every year?
Yeah, so I thought there was like a lot of pressure on us, but that was like our goal the whole season was just to like win state, and we knew we could do it. Like we have the talent, like we have the
Hmm.
skill. We would work hard like every day in practice, and that was like just always our goal. So even though we had all that pressure, we just like knew we could do it, and we kind of all just like stuck together and accomplished it. So
Being
yeah.
at practice, I want to talk about something because people don't realize you guys like have where you break out into like one-on-one sessions,
Mhm.
and you are going at and defending Madden Greenway. That is not an easy task for anyone.
Yeah.
How do you think? But you even going at her like on offense, you're getting blocks on her and stuff. How do you think kind of every day, taking at her in the offensive end, defending her? How does that kind of help you kind of get better and better as you've gotten matured and kind of grown up in your game?
Yeah, well, she's like the best in the 2026 class, so I think it just like helps me so much because she's obviously been to like these big events, like she went to USA, like all that stuff. So I feel like it's just like such an honor being able to go against her, and it for sure just like has helped me so much. And even though I get super frustrated if I like get blocked or if she like beats me a ton, it's still just like that's what gets me better and that's what pushes me to my hardest. So
We can put it on record. I've seen Emma block Madden multiple times. She gets up there for blocks, so you can do it. Like I said, and that has to be a thought. Like if you can block Madden Greenway, there's no one in this state that's going to be
right.
harder. There's no
Yeah,
one in this state.
exactly. Yeah.
So we'll go through a little bit last year. Do you have any like from the regular season, any like favorite memories, favorite moments, anything of that nature from like last year that kind of stuck out to you?
Yeah. Um Probably when we played Minnehaha, it was at Providence. And obviously, like, it was a super close game. We really wanted to win this game. And then, obviously, it was like the last few seconds. And then I hit that, like, kind of buzzer beater type of thing. So that probably really stuck out to me that game.
Game
Um,
winner, Miss Clutch.
yeah.
We can't just say AAU. We got to just say Miss Clutch. We got to take away the AAU
Yeah.
part.
Or probably like that Albany game at their place when we lost too, because I think that was just like huge motivation for us. And we were like, all right, like, that really got us better and kind of I think we needed that to kind of get motivated again, and I think that helped us in like the long run. So
Let's describe. So you guys had some really big crowds for games last year. The
yeah,
Albany gym was nuts. I remember
yeah,
the Maple Grove game at for your guys' home. That place was just. I mean, I was up literally at the top of the highest
yeah,
roster you can get, and then you had Crosby Ironton come in the
yeah,
Minnehaha games. How do you feel like those environments throughout the regular season kind of prepare you yourself and you and the team for like when you're getting to state in those tense
yeah.
moments?
I think those do really help us, and they're so fun to play into. Just like all the cheering, and then like just all the support we get. And especially, I know when we played like Albany when they had a huge student section, they were like chanting stuff, but that's what it's like gonna be like at state. So it like helped us and we try to like ignore it and we all like get as a team and we're like, okay, we gotta like block this out, just like lock in on the game and we can do it. So
So we've talked about with Providence, they've always had what was called a calm on the floor. It was like
mhm.
Maria counts for a little bit, Grace counts one year, and then last year I think Coach said it was going to be a combination of you, him, and Brooke.
Yeah.
Do you kind of take like is that one of those situations like in those moments you kind of just let everyone know like hey we're good kind of just making sure
Yeah.
you stay steady that they can kind of like feed off of that and not kind of get everyone kind of off the train tracks?
Yeah, exactly. I would kind of like just try to like settle down and then obviously we'd all like get excited together too if something big happened. But yeah, just making sure we're like calm during everything, especially if like refs make bad calls or like that kind of stuff, just like super important to keep calm. So I think, yeah, and I thought Madden was pretty good too with all bringing us together like as a huddle and kind of calming us down, like saying like we got to do this, like let's go, like step it up. So yeah,
Yeah, that's gotta feel pretty good when she like passes to you and you're like, and she's telling you to shoot it. Like
yeah,
everyone has like complete trust that you're gonna take that
for
shot.
sure.
So keep taking
Yeah,
them. Like I said, clearly
yeah,
it's working
I
out. You're
will.
hitting some clutch buckets here. So,
Yep,
and
thank you.
then so we got through the Albany one. We'll leave that one where it is. You guys make it to state. I feel you guys may have had the hardest route of the
Yeah,
three games.
yeah.
That first game you had Willow Thiel, who went Superwoman all of a sudden. Let's start with that game. What was it like when it's like she was not missing and they were hitting threes and stuff? And it's like, how kind of do you guys stay like the course and just be like, we know eventually we're going to break a team?
Yeah, so we just knew like we could beat them. We kind of just again like stayed calm, knew we could do it. So then like games always kind of like go back and forth. So then we just kind of like yeah, just stayed calm and then would hit buckets too and it was just going back and forth, but we got it in the long run. So
And do you guys ever feel that you like you know that eventually your pace and your style is gonna kind of wear down that team? So you're kind of just looking for that moment of breaking. If, like there's gonna be a moment where like we're gonna run away and they're not gonna be able to catch us.
right. Yeah, we kind of do feel that. I didn't really feel that a ton in like the Albany like the state championship game, but like I believed in us. Obviously, at some parts it was like, oh boy, but I knew like at some point we would make that run. So
And then semifinals, you guys run into a common opponent, Crosby Ironton again. You get Tori Orline coming at you. You get the matchup of guarding Tori.
yeah,
Do you feel that it was helpful having played her once in the regular season and having played them once in the regular season? So knowing at that moment it wasn't kind of an unknown. It was kind of like we've seen them this year. We kind of know them, and that helped in that moment of knowing kind of how to prepare for her and them.
yeah, yeah, for sure. That was I thought really helpful, and we do like scout a lot too. So that's very helpful too. But when I got in foul trouble, I was just like, oh boy. But obviously, we had other like people who stepped up too. So that was super great. But it was for sure helpful to play them in regular season.
And speaking, do you ever like look back and like think how many of the greats in the state that you defend? Like you're defending Madden in practice, but in games you have Addie Mack, Tori Orline,
Yeah.
Olivia Olson. Are you ever like, man, coach, give me a break, or you like love it?
I honestly like it a lot because if my offense game like isn't going well, then I know I can just go on defense and I like can defend like one of the best people on the other team. So I think no matter what, like I'm always doing something in the game rather than just like hiding almost. So yeah.
Where would you say you've grown the most as a defender since I know seventh grade? He was throwing you on people in seventh grade. You're guarding Olivia
Yeah.
Olson as a seventh grader. From there to now, kind of going into 10th grade year, where would you say you've grown the most?
Um, Probably just being like more aggressive. I think that's because I've also like grown like stronger, like
Mm-hmm.
stuff like that. But I feel like I wasn't as aggressive when I was younger, but I feel as if now I'm more aggressive and like keep them in front of me more. So
Perfect.
yeah,
So let's talk about it. The championship game.
yeah,
Man, that was. What were your thoughts? Kind of, I'll start with the first half because it kind of was like they kind of just came out and hit everything.
yeah.
And it was kind of like you guys were putting hands up, and it wasn't that you guys were doing bad. It was
Mhm.
like we can't get them to miss anything, and you guys are having hands up. What was that first half like? How did you guys not kind of get frustrated and kind of just kind of keep the course? You know, even when it got up there, you guys did pull it back to like 11 at half. Kind of how
Yeah.
did describe kind of your mentality on the court during that first half?
Yeah, during the first half, obviously, I feel like nothing was just like going our way and everything was going their way. Um, but again, just like staying calm and trusting that we'll make that run eventually,
Mhm.
was super important. And then also like at halftime, we just all like pulled together. We're like, let's go. Like we know we can do this. Um, but yeah, just like that was our goal for the season or for like the whole season. So we're like, we've been working up to this moment. So like we need to finish. We need to accomplish this. So yeah.
What was there ever a moment where you're like, oh, I'm nervous, or was it always like we know a run is coming, we know we have this in us?
A few times I'd get nervous. Like again, kind of in the first half, I was like, okay, they're really making a run now. They're up by a lot. But like at half is when I was really like, okay, like we can do this. We got this. Let's come out. Let's do this. And then they didn't score for a while. So I was like, okay, like we're already making kind of a run. Like we weren't really making shots, but we were defending super well. So then we started like making shots and stuff. So I knew it was gonna end up good.
So you guys were making your run. Everyone's come back, and then it's getting back and forth. And they kind of just
Yeah.
they kept it. Felt like they kind of kept like an arm's length away a little bit,
Mhm.
a little bit. And
Yeah.
then you hit the big threes, and everyone's just kind of like getting going. Let's talk about the first free throw. You got foul, and Ari had just fouled out. You guys are
Hmm.
down one. You got the rebound afterwards.
Yeah.
Was your mentality just like I'm getting that ball no matter what? Kind of like walk us through like on the court. Is it just almost like you black out and don't even think about it, or was it just like focusing on get the ball, focus, not let her get it?
It was kind of just like it was partially like just blacked out, but like also partially like locked in. And then obviously Madden is a super great like transition person, so I knew I just like saw her and I was like, okay, perfect. Like I know she can do this. She does this a lot, so this will be perfect. So
So that's my next question. You get the ball to her. Is it instantly
yeah,
like she's gone? We got this. Was it like I'm gonna run with her? What was it like? Are you thinking like okay, Madden, go finish, go get to the free throw line, do something?
I kind of like immediately knew from there. I was like, I know she's gonna do something. Like she's great at moves and everything. I was like, I'm still gonna run just in case, but like I know she has this. So
Yeah, because watching it, it was. I always talk about. I said her layup. It was amazing. Like she's super fast,
yeah,
but it felt like the defenders all just kind of like just stopped. Like they were
yeah,
like, we're not
exactly.
catching her. I'm like, because you were running with her and Hope was running with her. I'm
Yeah,
like, why is her teammates are running more than the players are trying to stop? I'm
right.
like, okay, so
Yeah, exactly.
then even then, so the game, you guys get the lead back and whatnot. Was there ever a moment, or was there a moment where you thought we got this, we're not losing it, or was it not till the final buzzer? Was it when Madden put the layup here, you're like, okay, we got the lead now, we're good? Kind of, what was your mentality in those moments?
Yeah, I think it was probably when she made that layup. Except I got a little nervous at the end when the refs were kind of like just like being weird. I was like, what's going on right now? Like I don't know what's going on. So
Hmm.
that was kind of like really kind of scared me, but I think that layup that Madden had, I was like, okay, we're good. We got this. So
So then, you said there's like, I think 7.8 seconds left after Madden gives
yeah.
you the 1 point lead. Going into that huddle, what was the message from the team? What was it? Was just like get one stop, don't foul, kind of like what was the message as you guys were trying to like you want to be excited, but you're like there's still work to be done.
Right. Yeah, so coach like kind of brought us in and was just like, guys, like the game's not over yet. Like we still have this is like a lot of time. Like they can still do something in that time. So we have to like stay calm. We need to just relax, defend, like get the ball. So it's kind of more just like staying calm because we were all super excited from that shot. So yeah.
And then it finally finishes. There's a little bit like
Hmm.
that free throw at the end. They decided there was time left, all that stuff. They dragged it out a little bit.
Yeah.
What was that? Was it relief, excitement, combination? Walk us through the emotion of like we did it. Like that three-peat is complete.
Yeah. It almost just like didn't really feel real. It was also weird because we like dogpiled and then we had to like celebrate twice. I was like, yeah, I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I think it was relief, but also just like it didn't really hit me in that moment that like we just did that. So
So now we're looking forward to this coming year.
mhm.
Coach, as always, is going to give you guys a hard schedule. So you're going to be
Yeah.
defending the best of the best in the state after defending the best of the best at practice, and you're going to be
Yeah.
one of those top players. So you've lost, some players have moved on, some players graduated. How do
Mhm.
you feel your role is going to change coming into this next season? As a sophomore, but you're still one of the veteran players. You've been there, kind of
Yeah.
done that. How do you feel your role is going to change?
I think we're gonna need like more scores because obviously Brooke was like a super good 3-point shooter, and then Ari also like would hit like good shots too. So, I think kind of like all of us are just gonna have to like step up and gonna have to score more. And also Brooke was a really good defender too, so I think we're gonna have to like step up our defending skills too. Um, but I think like me playing 16s really helped that too.
Hmm.
Like going against really good players, I think that's really gonna like show in the high school season. So
I like it. I think you're about. I thought people are gonna know Emma Millerbernd's name in this season in
yeah,
2A for sure.
for
And
sure.
then let's give Coach some gray hairs. When do we talk about four-peat?
Yeah,
Right now? We talk right now?
yeah.
Okay. Four-peat's the goal. He's gonna hate
Yep.
that question. That's why I asked it in the team interview and I asked it here. He's gonna hate that, but we'll give him some gray hairs. He's
Yeah,
fine.
yeah.
And so before we head to AAU, we talked about him. We'll give him a little shine here. What are some of your favorite moments of Coach or with Coach from this last season? It could be state, it could be anything. What's some of your favorite moments with him?
Yeah, probably Hmm. Yeah, I would probably say state because he was obviously just like super excited about that too. And I think he's always super good of keeping us calm because obviously a lot of us can get super just like worked up quickly. And he's really good at keeping us calm, which is very helpful. But yeah, he's just super supportive like the whole season. He's always like checking up on everyone. I like him a lot as a coach, so he's always like there for us and yeah.
Yeah, C Money's the best, but he's never going to admit it. But we'll give C Money some shine.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
So we said we talked to AAU, played for North Tartan. You started on the 15 youth, but like you said, moved up a grade. What was the biggest adjustment in going from 15U to 16U? Kind of what was for you, kind of as a player, to kind of learn that?
Yeah, it was like for sure a way bigger jump than I expected, just like how big the girls were and how like aggressive they were. And I feel like it's a lot different from high school too, because I feel like high school is more like moving the ball, stuff like that, and then AAU is more like your own kind of like
Mm-hmm.
you're supposed to kind of show what you have. Um, so yeah, I would just say like the height and just how like big they were and again, like I've been play have been playing varsity like high school for a while, but these are like the best people on like one team.
Mm-hmm.
So from like all over the whatever. But yeah. So
And then, so did when was you say the moment is that you maybe like felt like, oh, I can do this, like that kind of like comfort level of 16, like, hey, I'm managing here, I'm doing well here.
yeah, I would honestly say probably like the second tournament, I think it was. So I played in Alabama, I think, and Louisville. Those like tournaments were fine. I wasn't like super confident yet, but then Chicago was for sure where I was like, okay, I can do this. Like I felt way more trust with like the coaches. I'm close with the team. Like I just knew that like I can do this. So yeah.
Man, I'm telling you, she felt comfortable. She hit two, what, three, send it into overtime in the same game.
Yeah.
Like they weren't going to overtime without, and they ran the play for you. Like, how much confidence did that give you that they're running the play for Emma?
Oh yeah, for sure like a lot. And I was like feeling myself that game too. I'm like, I can do this. Like I got this. I was feeling so confident. And then they like drew something up and I one of the plays was supposed to be, I think, for Kate Amelot. And then it turned out like she didn't get it or something. So then obviously like I got it for that three, and then the next time like to send it into double
Yep,
overtime, I
you
think.
sent it into
Yeah,
overtime and then double overtime.
yeah, then for that time they like for sure ran it for me, and I was like, okay, like I got this. I just hit the other one, so I can do this. So yeah,
Yeah, at the second one, we're like, okay, she's already done this. This is
yeah,
coming. So remember that this high school season. Remember, you can do that at AAU and 16U. You
yeah,
can take whatever shot's open, take it.
I will for sure.
There we go. And so, what's your like looking forward to next year AAU? Like, you'll stay with that same kind of group of girls. Like, going to are you gonna stay up to 17Us? Like, what? How do you feel the EYBL circuit in the 16U level, 15U level? How do you feel that that's prepared you?
Yeah, so next year I'm pretty sure I'm gonna play in the 16 level.
Okay.
I'm not totally sure, but I think I'm gonna do that. And obviously, like I played with them before, like the people, most people who are coming in to the 16. So, I think yeah, they're super good at preparing. I think it's like the best circuit. So, um, yeah, it's just like the people you play. There's some really big names out there, and I think it's just super fun and super good competition. So,
So yeah, so I said she's hitting clutch buckets on both sides, defending everyone. So we talked about you. The Dynamo nickname used to be Defensive Dynamo, but then you
yeah,
started hitting game winners. So we had to just change it
right,
Dynamo.
yeah.
Who would you say personally is some of the best players you've ever had a chance to defend? Like if you had to say these are the ones that like you just look back and like, you remember defending them.
Um, I would say probably Olivia Olson, just because I was first, like she's super good, and then I was also like seventh grade, and it was like one of my first games.
Hmm.
I was like, oh my gosh, and then I think she did really well on me, so yeah,
Fair.
she was, yeah,
That reminded me then. So as you know, you last year was your third year on varsity. Three for
hmm
three on state championships. Let's just say 100%, pretty good percentage.
yep.
So as someone who had been that seventh grader on the team, how did like someone like seeing like someone like Beckett on the team, how did you feel like as a leadership role that you developed last year with the younger kids kind of looking up to you, and as someone
hmm
like even as a freshman, you kind of been there, done this, like you're more of a veteran than you would think.
Yeah, so I would say obviously like I'm really close with Beckett too, but those younger girls, obviously I've like been through all that stuff, so. I would just be like, Becky, like if you ever need anything, like ever need to talk, like let me know. I've been through that stuff. But I thought she did super well last season, and I'm really excited for next season because I
Man.
think she's for sure gotten better and more confident because I was like as a seventh grader, I wasn't as confident either. I was kind of like timid going into
Mm.
the team and stuff, but that for sure grew my confidence. So
Fair. So I don't know with high school. Do we know any? I don't know if we know the schedule yet or anything. Do you? Do we know any games that we're looking forward to? Kind of, hey, let's circle on the calendar games or anything yet?
yeah, so I'm pretty sure we might. Okay, so I know we play Dowling.
Okay,
I think
again.
we play them in that like Thanksgiving thing. I think we play Hopkins in that wherever we played them last time. I
Oh,
think it was
St.
at
Cloud. Yep.
yeah, yeah. And then I know we play ST May, so those are probably some big games. I'm probably missing a few other big games, but
And you
I'm
got
looking
Minnehaha
forward.
all the time for conference
Yeah,
games. So those
yeah,
always seem to go right down to the wire every
hmm
game.
yeah, for sure.
And I said STMA, AAU teammate.
Yeah,
You got Kale there, and I'm guessing you'll be the one defending. I would assume that
hmm
that would be the matchup for you. So
yeah,
you know her game. You're good on that.
yeah.
So we'll kind of we'll wrap up a little bit here. That we talked about this. So let's do some quick hits. What's
Mhm.
Emma Millerbernd's favorite basketball shoe?
Ooh, basketball shoe. Probably the bronze, honestly. I think those are the comfiest for my feet.
Fair. Game winning steal or game winning three? Which would you prefer? You've had one, you've had both. So
I would say game-winning three because steal you still get like recognition or whatever, but like I feel like the shot is kind of like bigger and stuff. So yeah,
a little more clippable. A little more
yeah,
clippable.
right. Yeah.
And then, so I've heard that someone's within 300 points over 1,000 points. Is that a goal that you have kind of circled, or is it just one of those like take care of the little things that's going to happen?
Um, it's kind of like take care of the little things like that's gonna happen. I've tried not to like focus on points too much because I feel like our team is really like we score a lot. We have a lot of
Hmm.
scores on our team, so obviously it's gonna be a big accomplishment. But yeah, I haven't really like thought about it too much. So, but
What
yeah.
What's the one aspect of your game that you're hoping to keep kind of refining, getting kind of getting more and more comfortable with as you develop as a basketball player?
I'd probably just say like attacking the rim. I feel like I don't do that a ton in high school, but obviously like I can go to 15s like AAU team and
Hmm.
I can easily do that. So I would say yeah, just being more aggressive, getting downhill and hitting the shots like whenever I'm open. I feel like sometimes I'll like pass up shots but I think I'm for sure gonna need to like step up in that scoring part of the game next year for high school. So
Yeah, no more passing up shot. No more. We
yeah.
we know what we hitting. We hitting them. And then,
Exactly.
so let's go off the court. When you're not
Yeah.
playing basketball, when you just need a break from it, kind of like this week from stuff.
Right.
Where do people find Emma?
You'll find me like either at the mall or I like to hang out with my friends a lot. What else? I like to go to concerts.
Fair.
Just kind of like hang out with friends. So usually I'm with friends.
What's the latest concert you've been to?
On Wednesday, I actually went to Ice Spice with my friends. So,
Man, see, they're living the dream. I'm telling you,
yep.
this break has been fantastic.
Uh-huh.
Speaking of the break, so we won't get into any specifics, but with the improved play, hitting game winners, all this kind of
Mhm.
stuff, comes with recruiting attention.
Yeah.
How do you kind of stay level headed and manage all the attention that's coming your way? I know the 27, so they can't directly contact you a lot,
Mhm.
but it's coming. How have
Yeah.
you handled kind of and enjoyed the process of recruiting that as it's upticked?
Yeah. So I think obviously has been like a dream of mine for so long. So I think it's so cool that it's actually like starting to come true. So I always try to like think of that, even though like sometimes it can get stressful at times. Just knowing that like this has always been my dream and like I'm in the right place. And also, Connor has been super helpful with it, like keeping me organized, reaching out to coaches for me. So he's been super helpful in keeping me organized with that stuff. And I think my dad has helped me a lot too, and like going on visits and stuff. So I think it's like a good bonding for us too. So.
And then what are some make or break kind of deal breakers when it comes to like when you're looking for school and stuff? What is something that like it must have this to even be considered?
I would probably just say like a similar type of like play style as I do or like
Hmm.
North Tartan or Providence does. Because that's like what I'm used to. So I'd probably say that. And then also like a really good team, like bond. Like
Hmm.
they all like each other. They're all like family to each other because that's what we have like for North Tartan and Providence right now. So yeah, I'd say that.
I like it. I like it. Well, we got the interview. You got to celebrate that three-peat. We're going right for that four-peat because I don't know who's going to stop you guys until. And I'm
Hmm.
saying, look, you can come back from 17 down. Y'all can do anything.
Yeah.
I said, but once again, thank you so much. Congratulations on a fantastic
Yeah,
three-peat,
thank you.
a great AAU, I should say, I almost said college, AAU season, hidden game winners. I cannot wait for November when Providence gets back to playing. We'll
Sure.
be at most of the games. We'll be at the St. Michael and the Hopkins and
Yeah.
stuff. But once again, congratulations.
Thank you.
1,000 point coming next year. I'm gonna call it
Uh-huh.
right now. Yeah.
You know it.
So once again, thank you. Where can people
Yeah.
follow you if they want to follow Emma?
Like on social
Any
media?
socials that they would like to follow your games, or if they want to follow you as a player?
Probably Twitter. Twitter would be a good one. I post a lot of my basketball stuff on Twitter. So,
So follow her on Twitter. Follow
mhm.
Providence. Once they start in November, we're late here in Minnesota. We have a little bit of a break, so fair. But once again, going for the four-peat. We're going for the
Mhm.
four-peat. Emma's gonna go
Yep.
100%. So
Yep.
thank you. Have a great one.
Thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye.